Hello guys, vamos Argentina. Vamos Argentina. Vamos, vamos, vamos. അർജന്റീന വേഴ്സസ് കേപ്പ് വെർഡെ റൗണ്ട് ഓഫ് 32 മാച്ച് തുടങ്ങാറായി. ഇന്ന് ഇപ്പം ഞാൻ ഇന്നലെ രാവിലെ 9 മണി വരെ കിടന്ന് ഉറങ്ങിയത്. ഇന്ന് ആൽഫ കാണാൻ പോയേക്കായിരുന്നു സിനിമ. അതിനുശേഷം ഞാൻ ഇപ്പോഴാണ് വന്നു കുറച്ചിന് മുമ്പ് ഈജിപ്ത് ഓസ്ട്രേലിയ മാച്ച് കണ്ടു. അതിൽ നിന്ന് ക്വാളിഫൈ ആയത് ഈജിപ്താണ് പെനാൽറ്റി ഷൂട്ടൗട്ടിൽ. ആ മാച്ചിൽ മോസാലയുടെ ടീമാണ് റൗണ്ട് ഓഫ് 16ലേക്ക് കയറിയത്. മെസ്സി ജയിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ റൗണ്ട് ഓഫ് 16 ഈ വേൾഡ് കപ്പിൻ്റെ റൗണ്ട് ഓഫ് 16 മോസാലയായിട്ട് ഏറ്റുമുട്ടാണ്. ഇതിപ്പോൾ വേൾഡ് കപ്പിൻ്റെ റൗണ്ട് ഓഫ് 32 മാച്ചാണ്. അർജന്റീന വേഴ്സസ് കേപ്പ് വെർഡെ നല്ല സ്ട്രോങ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ടീമാണ്, ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞായിരുന്നു ഓൾറെഡി. അപ്പം ഇപ്പം സമയം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് കണ്ണിൻ്റെ അടുത്തൊക്കെ വരയുണ്ട്. നല്ല രീതിയിൽ ഉറങ്ങാത്തതിൻ്റെ നല്ല ഇതുണ്ട്. ഇത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഉറങ്ങാനോ, ജയിച്ചു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ സുഖമായിട്ട് കിടന്നുറങ്ങാം. 12-24 മണിക്കൂർ ഉറങ്ങുന്നത്. ഇപ്പം സമയം 3:21 AM ഓഫ് 3:21 AM ഓഫ് 4th ജൂലൈ 3:21 AM ആണ് ഇപ്പം നടക്കുന്നത്. മെസ്സി ഇറങ്ങുന്നു. വമോ ഡിഫെൻഡിങ് ചാമ്പ്യൻസ് ഖത്തർ വേൾഡ് കപ്പ് 3 stars. Reactions. Let's go.
Cabo Verde's World Cup Cinderella story has a knockout chapter after their unbeaten group stage success. But the challenge could hardly be greater with the defending world champions Argentina in town for Messi's Miami homecoming. The Atlantic Islanders are of course massive underdogs.
വാമോസ് അർജന്റീന ഇതിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ടായിരുന്നു ഞാൻ വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്തത്, ഈ ഒരു മൂമെൻറ്റിന് വേണ്ടി. 4th ജൂലൈ 2026 3:30 AM ആണ്. Let's wait and see.
Has been untroubled. Lionel Messi's form in front of goal, supreme as ever. But this is where it gets serious as they continue the quest to become only the third team ever to win back-to-back FIFA World Cup crowns. Their number 10 will feel on home territory here, back in the city where he's based. What an occasion though, what a moment to savour for the people of Cabo Verde, both on the islands and the diaspora around the world. The third smallest nation ever to play at the finals, with a population of just over 500,000. And here they are, on the biggest stage in the global game, in the knockout stages of the World Cup, having captured hearts and admirers with their performances so far.
രാവിലെ എണീറ്റ് കാണുമ്പോൾ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ രാത്രി കാണുമ്പോൾ എല്ലാവരും ഫ്രഷ്നെസ് ഇല്ല. ജയിക്കുന്നു വിചാരിക്കും. വാമോസ് അർജന്റീന.
In the opening match of Italia 19. Normal service has resumed since they won all 7 against CAF nations. And as the two sets of players line up in this magnificent, iconic arena, the anthems will be next.
100% say नहीं sure मेरे भाई sure do not give up belief नहीं of course there is hope भाई definitely look out for good scouts teams के academies के जो scouting होती है उसमें training and all वो कराते हैं and inshallah भाई definitely tryouts दो भाई sure नीलेश भाई thank you so much यार for your question I'll wish you good luck bro okay भाइयों मैच में लगा लेता हूँ अपने सामने यहाँ पे थोड़ा डर लग रहा है इतना डर 2022 में भी नहीं लगा ये है क्या बात करो यार फट रही थी भाई हमारी मैच में उसमें तो यार Ziva I don't want ED Vamos Argentina infamous अभी भाई कहते हैं same bro what problem can the substitute solve that the starters couldn't different ideas कभी गौरव का जो अप्रोच होता है फर्स्ट वाला वो पोजीशन का मैनेजर प्रेडिक्ट कर लिया होता है उसके अराउंड अपने प्लान्स को सेट करता है एंड इट क्लैशेस एंड रिजल्टिंग बिकम्स जीरो नलिफाई हो जाते हैं कभी कभार एक आउटसाइड द बॉक्स थिंकिंग ऑफन हेल्प्स इन सबस्टिट्यूटर्स ऑफन आके गेम को चेंज करते हैं वी डू हैव गॉट सम प्लेयर्स जो एक्चुअली डायनामिक्स को बदल सकते हैं हमारे गेम में वी हैव गॉट वाइट विंगर्स लाइक सिमियोने वी गॉट नीको गोंजालेस जो कि पीक्स ऐड कर सकते हैं गेम में जो कि करेंटली प्रोबब्ली आपको लैग करते दिख रही होगी अटैक में हमारे वी हैव गॉट एक इंसिसिव फॉरवर्ड इन हुलियन एडवाइस व्हिच इज वेरी गुड बिटवीन द लाइंस वो ऐड करके गेम को चेंज कर सकता है जो कि स्टार्टर्स को प्रोबब्ली नहीं कर पाए तो वी कैन ऑलवेज काउंट ऑन देम एंड दे हैव बीन वेरी गुड डिफरेंस मेकर्स फॉर अर्जेंटीना चाहे आप डिबाला की बात कर लो चाहे आप डी मारिया की बात कर लो और these guys have stepped up मेरे भाइयों guys we are gonna go watch the game आप लोगों के साथ and I have to give it to you guys thank you so much first of all for joining in this live stream one last chance strength हमें मिलती है I really hope we can impart that strength to you all as well जितने अर्जेंटीना सपोर्टर्स in the chat kick off होते ही क्या करना है तुमको पता है you've been there you've done that this is not the first time for you it could be the first time for some of you but you will see what goes on in the chat now चलो भाई विशाल भाई कहते हैं जर्मनी नीदरलैंड्स बोस्निया क्रोएशिया और ऑस्ट्रेलिया का राउंड 32 देखा सपोर्ट करने और सब ही हार गए ओके सो अब सोच रहा हूँ अर्जेंटीना से पहले सोने चले जाऊं टेंशन हो रही भाई सो जा भाई तू सो जा भाई कोई रिस्क नहीं लेने का भाई सो जा ब्रो गुड नाइट यार बता मैं लोरी सुना देता हूँ भाई मैं लोरी सुनाता हूँ ब्रो लेट्स टेक अ लुक लोरी सुना दे तुम्हें थोड़ी सी सो जाओ यार विशाल भाई बहुत ही मत लगाना आराम खोर मिहिर मेरे भाई थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग द मेंबरशिप लेट्स गो चैट लेट्स गो वन मोर एंड भाइयों आई एम जस्ट लुकिंग एट द लाइक टारगेट आपको 2500 का दिख रहा होगा प्लीज इसे डरना नहीं है हमें इसको क्रैश करना है ठीक है 2500 का लाइक टारगेट है अभी मैंने चेंज नहीं किया है पिछले मैच से ही लगा हुआ था आई बिलीव कि वी कैन डू दैट लेट्स गो भाइयों एंड एक और बात अगर मैं आपके कमेंट्स नहीं ले पा रहा हूं तो मुझे माफ करिएगा मेरा अटेंशन थोड़ा सा गेम पे रहेगा एक बार गेम थोड़ा सा काम डाउन हो जाए आई टेक योर कमेंट्स कीप योर कमेंट्स कमिंग इन आई विल नॉट मिस एनी सुपर चैट ये मैं बता देता हूँ जैसे जैसे ब्रेक्स आएंगे मैं चेकआउट जरूर से करूंगा एंड कोई परेशान मत होना ठीक है यहाँ पे स्कलोनी इज गिफ्टिंग वेट एक्चुअली बुबिस्ता उस कॉल्ड बाय स्कलोनी एंड बुबिस्ता स्कलोनी को जाके अपना वो जो एक क्या कहते हैं इसको यार उसका वर्ड होता है मैं भूल रहा हूँ कहीं से कोई याद दिलाना पैम्फलेट कह दो भी के लिए वो जाके दे रहे हैं एंड दिस इज अ साइन ऑफ रिस्पेक्ट दैट बोथ द टीम शेयर जब वो खेलने आते हैं मेसी ने अपने बाल को धो लिया है मेसी नहा वहा लिया है भाइयों मेसी नहा के गीला हो चुका है वेट मेसी हो चुका है स्क्रॉल कह सकते हो यस सर थैंक यू अंडरटेकर भाई झंडा तो ठीक है झंडा ही कह दो भाई स्क्रॉल ज्यादा अच्छा लग रहा है स्क्रॉल दिया ना भाई वो स्क्रॉल है लिटरली ओ भाई मेरे मेसी लॉक्ड इन भाई मेरी फट क्यों रही है यार होली शिट सॉरी गाइस इफ आई एक्ट वियर्ड तो मुझे माफ करना भाई एंड किक ऑफ हो चुका है भाई काबो वर्दे हैज किक्ड ऑफ दिस गेम Vamos Argentina भाइयों let's go chat टाइम स्टैम्प शेयर कर रहा हूं मैं आप लोगों से गिव मी अ मिनट टाइम स्टैम्प आने दो पहले स्क्रीन पे भाइयों आ गया there you go let's go हाय कुशाल भाई, गुड टू सी यू यार. सॉरी कुशाल भाई, मैं आपके चैट अभी ले नहीं पाऊंगा. आई कैन जस्ट सी यू कमेंटिंग देयर. बड़ी रुक जाओ. मैच देखते हैं. लेट्स सी द प्रेसिंग स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अर्जेंटीना क्या है. 4-3-1-2. ओके ओके. हुज द डीप गाय. वोजीनिया डीप जाते हुए कंबाइन कर रहे हैं अपने प्लेयर से. विंगर कब्राल इन पोजीशन है. कब्राल ट्राइंग टू फाइंड द प्लेयर इन द मिडफील्ड. पीना इन पोजीशन है. स्पिन्स अवे फ्रॉम द गाय. And by ball lose करी यहाँ पे इन्होंने. Almada has got the ball. Lautaro is in possession now. Lautaro the cross है. Who's going to be there? Far end पे. It's going to be the ball. And the ball has gone out for a goal kick. दे दी गई है भाइयों. ठीक है. हाँ, Lautaro की क्रॉस बहुत डीप हो गई थी. मतलब मेसी was there. बेबी सेव कर सकता था. पोजीशन पीछे पास कर सकता था. इन्हीं सब जगहों पे अल्वारेस ज्यादा अच्छा बन जाता है. अल्वारेस बॉल को अच्छे से इस्तेमाल करता है. वेस्ट नहीं करता इन पोजीशंस को. अल्वारेस बीइंग अ स्ट्राइकर, सॉरी लुतारो बीइंग एक प्रॉपर स्ट्राइकर, ही बिकम्स वेरी डायरेक्ट. हालांकि अर्जेंटीना की प्रेसिंग अच्छी है मेरे भाई. पेनाट बोलते हैं. थैंक यू मेरे भाई पेनाट. थैंक्स. ओह चलो भाई ठीक है, कोई नहीं भाई. प्रेसिंग पे ध्यान रखना है. मोलिना दीबू 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 वामो दीबू वामो दीबू. मैकलिस्टर प्लेइंग एज द डीएम. फ्लैंक करते हुए उसको वाइड लेफ्ट पे आप देख सकते हो. फकुंदो मेडिना को लीचा इन पोजीशन नाउ. कुटीरे बोरो. व्हाट इज केप वर्ड डूइंग भाई. एक्सेसिव प्रेस नहीं है केप वर्ड का. आप देख सकते हो सेटल्ड है मिड ब्लॉक पे केप वर्ड. बॉल बैक टू द बॉल. अर्जेंटीना पास इसको फाइट करने की कोशिश करेगी. भाई मेरे हुए द बॉल. भाई ऐसे आगे मत भाई. द बॉल भाई यार. भाई भाई भाई
risking a little bit too much there, Argentina. Rivera, that pass back to Martinez was very, very nearly intercepted. The ball just breaking loose off the boot of Nahuel Molina. This is Sidney Lopez Cabral. First touch of the ball from Messi, snubbed by Kevin Pina. Back with Argentina's number 10, and maybe a chance to break. It's back towards Lautaro Martinez. No white shirts piling forward. This is Alessandro Martinez. Enzo Fernandez. And now with Cristiano Ronaldo, who only played a couple of times in the Premier League in the latter stages of the season from February onwards with a knee injury. Good time for the World Cup, and our referee Drew Fisher says there was no foul there. And on we go. Yeah, Sidney Lopez Cabral does really well. He uses his body, gets his body in the way, and quite comfortably then retains possession, or wins back possession. Well, the referee handled that very well. Dine for Cabo Verde. Four nations making their debut at the World Cup this year, on with Curacao, Jordan and Uzbekistan. They really started to make it through to the round of 32. Unbeaten so far, and only conceding 2 goals in a 2-2 draw here on this pitch with Uruguay. They've got a free kick as well. Yeah, there's a slightly delayed challenge from De Paul on Sidney Lopez Cabral, just on this left-hand side of the touchline. That's the referee was quick on the mark. This is where you can see Cabo Verde are comfortable enough to have the ball in possession, not afraid to get forward. We've seen this challenge earlier on where Sidney Lopez Cabral just feeling where the Paul was, and in the end, obviously, just gets a little bit of a knock in the face. He's a little bit careful as Cabral is already served a suspension after yellow cards in both of the opening 2 matches. Now it's put some early pressure now into the penalty area goes from Giovanni Cabral. This is Ryan Mendes. He's a record appearance maker. His 100th appearance in the Uruguay game. Up to 102 now with this one here. Was the only centurion in the history of the Brazilian team. Scored from distance against Uruguay. It was their first ever World Cup goal. Messi moving it on. This is Mark Alistair. Chelsea. Romero whatsoever. These players are trying to get set, sharp challenge, but fair one. Romero in there swiftly on Da Costa.
Yeah, it's not the first time we've seen Calabrese do that. He sit back, absorb the pressure. Just wait for his little key moments, little trigger in the moment. The ball is playing, the players on a half turn, not quite in the perfect position. Then they pounce. They look to try it really quickly on the counter. They've done it in the group stage before as well. Romero's just very, very willing and awake to the danger.
Chance there. Again, Romero swiftly into challenge. Breaking loose, this is Fernandez. Gets the ball clear, and now here's Mendes. Scores support in the middle. Bounces it to himself, and the deflection off Romero, safety to go to Emiliano Martinez.
Yeah, he just took the raw option and there's plays and support. He waited for a split second. He thought he was just going to look to lay it up. Instead, he goes for the shot himself, and it was quite easily in the end defended by Argentina. They're the key moments in the game for Calabrese. You're going to have to maximise those opportunities when they are putting on the break, trying to catch Argentina up.
Martinez, who only played really in the second half of the Premier League season with Manchester United, having been recovering from an ACL injury. Greatly interrupted season for him. The ball. Chase for McAllister. Fernandez moving it away, Facundo Medina joining in the attack. Giovanni Cabral, nicely done. Sidney Lopez Cabral. Swarms surrounded and out hustled in that manoeuvre.
Yeah, Argentina works out hard in our position as well. 4 players closing him down there. Lopez Cabral just had no space to go whatsoever, no support. Argentina very good in wing-back position, quite quickly and quite far up the pitch.
Another 15 seasons for him, 55 appearances for Liverpool before coming to this World Cup. That's a long chase for Nahuel Molina.
Really well actually in the end, because Lautaro Martinez was right on him. His first touch is excellent. He's under a lot of pressure. Just deals with it so well.
He's the 5th player, 40 years and over, to appear in a knockout match at this year's World Cup. So there's hope for everyone. Ronaldo, Luka Modric, Edin Dzeko and Manuel Neuer being the other ones.
There's a great little touch there. In midfield, Leonardo Cabral does so well. Romero just gets called out, guys in too close, and the only way he can stop him from getting past is bringing him down. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get at times Calabrese in those advanced positions. If they can beat that personal press, they've got an opportunity to try and go at Argentina. But they've got to be really precise with that. Know the key moments, when to press, when to lay off.
The 14th World Cup in a row for Argentina, the 19th in total. Towards Lautaro Martinez.
themselves out the park. You see Messi just drifting in the little pockets. And often he's got players, I mean, he's not afraid to just get it, give it and give it. One touch football each time. That's what he wants.
Enzo Fernandez continues his run. Now Tara Martinez waits in the middle. It's an easy collection of Kevin Pina. They're a well-structured, disciplined team, aren't they, Cabo Verde?
They are, they've got a really out as well.
Gianni Infantino there, and in the front of your picture, he's alongside Flavio Tapia, the president of the Argentinian FA. A long list of celebrities inside the stadium today as well, a good many famous former players among them. It's a long lonely chest there, Nuno Costa. Costa has come off the bench in the 3 group games each year for roughly half an hour at a time, given his chance from the start in this biggest match of the lot. If you're not too familiar with his work, he plays for Istanbul Başakşehir in the league, in the Super League in Turkey.
Yeah, he said this before, Cal.
Despite not winning a match for quite a long time, actually, in the last century, in 1998. The 3 points was enough to get the job done. Rodrigo de Paul is in with Inter Miami here in South Florida since the winter transfer window. It's about 11.5 miles away from here as the crow flies down the international airport. Lisandro Martinez.
ചാത്തന്മാരുടെ നമ്പർ 1 കുറെ നമ്മൾ എത്തിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. ചാത്തന്മാർ കുറെ ചോര വലിച്ചു കുടിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി കുറെ ചാത്തന്മാർ ആരെങ്കിലും ഡിയാക്കോണ്ടോ പിന്നെ അതുകൊണ്ട് കുറെ ചോര വലിച്ചു
in the 1930s and Brazil in 58 and
ഇല്ല
62.
നമ്മുടെ കടുത്തുന്നില്ല അത് നമ്മൾ ട്രൈ ചെയ്യോ
Leading to about 10, there he does. Into Messi. Challenged under the referee's nose, free kick conceded, the tackle from Giovanni Cabral.
Just gets there, well, I'm not sure.
Chelsea looked like he might have got there first.
Yeah, I think it's a bit unfortunate there. That was a pretty good challenge. It was very, very close. You see why that particularly happy with that.
First real suggestion of an opportunity.
That's one of the famous times of positions for Argentina, for that man, Lionel Messi. He's a number of players that were trying to ball from that sort of distance, but he's the man they generally turn to. He poses the biggest threat.
അയാളൊന്നും ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നില്ല. അയാൾ മാക്സിമം ട്രൈ ചെയ്യും. അവസാനം അടിക്കും. അയാൾ കുറച്ച് നടക്കും.
Just making sure everybody is as far back as he would
അതൊക്കെ
like them to be.
ഒരു മാച്ച് ചെയ്യും.
Been 6 goals directly from a free kick at the World Cup finals this year so far. Messi the scorer of one of them. He's still trying to make the referee stand in. Early defenders a few more inches further back towards their own goal. Rodrigo de Paul and Lionel Messi either side of the ball. Messi takes it and Rossinha in a comfortable gather.
A free kick that we expect as he is wasn't really jumping the wall from that side of it, but really doing its job. It's a pretty simple take for
Record extending 13 appearance at the World Cup finals for Messi today, and Molina tries to put in on the plate, and Messi was almost in.
incredible touch, an incredible layoff to Messi, just slightly out of his reach. The scene was very quick.
അവന്മാർക്ക് അവര് ഈ ഒരു മാച്ചിനകത്ത് കളിക്കുന്നത്
Gine. This is Rossinha. Second time he's tried something like that and got away with it both times so far. Might be a dangerous game. Good to break, and now with Sydney on the best ground. Morera can't find a way through. They quick to regroup. It was well played by Alexis McAllister. De Paul, McAllister.
Yeah, Lolo was there as well. It's really good work rate off the ball from Argentina. You just see every time they're out of position, they just work so hard to try and win the ball back quickly. The sense of turnover is exceptional.
Into De Paul. Raul Molina. Space there. Rossinha dropping away from the traffic to collect possession, and he's now trotting his way into the penalty area. To be collected in midfield by Kevin Pina. Looking for the opportunity to send a pass away on the far side to Mendes. Laros Duarte, 8-2 Giovanni Cabral. Zero Duarte, way to Pina worth keeping an eye on the number 6. There is an opportunity to get in a shot from the 30-yard range. He might be the man to let fly. His goal that he scored against Uruguay was from distance. It's not the first time that he's done that in a big game for his country either.
No, I see. I mean, even look, you're watching Cameroon in possession. There's just no fear. That's how we've seen him play so far in this tournament. Absolutely no fear.
Oh, it's frustrating there for Lucas Cabral. Good opportunity.
Yes. The thing is, just got to be a little bit careful. He might get a goal twice against this Argentinian side. But I wouldn't be too often against Lautaro Martinez. No, I mean, I think he knows. Well, I hope he knows not to try it again. Certainly not in this half.
This is a definite
Obviously, the work is done leading up to the game. Of course, he is the one that's obviously put his first half on. But the team is so well drilled, so organised, and they just carry out the instructions, the style of football, the work rate. All that comes into play. These players are obviously highly committed to each other.
Solid defending from Rivera. Kevin Pierce brings it away. And he's got Ryan Mendes on the far side. Steven Rivera is also up there. And now in possession. Rivera back in the team today. With right back, he's with Columbus. Really plays his football here in the USA. And Defender of the Year in the MLS a couple of years ago. Broken down on this near side.
So he just took his eye off the ball a little bit this time. Just tried to hasn't been doing a bit too much on the ball really. But he's full of the ball. He's trying to take on the ball and the ball didn't actually have to do much at all. However, he's made it through the open court with them.
Now in possession for Argentina. If they look to make the breakthrough here, remember they've won all of their games at this World Cup so far. Rodrigo Nicole. Tine getting his head on. There's a couple of anti-scooter in the middle of the picture there, Arsene Wenger as well. It's a bit like a who's who of, among others, former World Cup winners with Argentina in the VIP seats tonight. As we have the hydration break here in the first half, and from Pablo Verde's point of view, so far so good. They have restricted the opportunities for Lionel Messi in Argentina.
Something should be said.
Yes, you're right. 5 seconds across the leg.
What happens when the game changes? You keep moving. You keep keep celebrating. And if they keep talking, keep talking. Because no matter how far you've come, you keep walking.
Here to support his national team. So thankfully the rain is staying away. You can see the downtown area, 2 miles away there in the distance. And let's hope that those clouds continue to circle and bypass the Miami Stadium. This iconic venue that has, among other things, hosted 6 Super Bowls over the years. It was hosting a match at the World Cup. Quarterfinals here as well, and the bronze medal match the day before the final gets started. Please look forward to in this arena, including tonight. This is Manuel Molina. The space created by Lautaro Martinez. Nicely done. Lisandro Martinez with more than enough time in possession. Cabo Verde just get into position and dig in. Now Molina, who's seeming to have the right back spot as the first choice here at this World Cup. One of the number of players not ready for the hit. Here comes Lionel Messi. He can score it!
Argentina, that moment of clear the pace, directness of the ball, superb ball. Here's the Sunderland Martinez, the ball from the back, absolutely perfect, and Messi touch and finish sublime. That's exciting. You see, the Sunderland Martinez, what a ball this is, what vision. Messi's on his way really quickly, he's touch and finish. That is brilliant. What a touch, the outside of his left foot, and he just stabs at it. Makes the goalkeeper no chance. What a goal that is. Messi flying.
We know it, we've seen it so many times before, but every time it is deeply impressive. He is absolutely lethal. Pinpoint brilliance. Number 10 yet again.
Alessandro Martinez's ball is unbelievable. It really is. I mean, the weight of it, the direction of the weight was world class, and of course, the finish. The touch of the finish.
It must feel like
Yeah,
Buenos Aires.
Yeah,
Everybody here
yeah,
seems
yeah,
to
yeah,
have
yeah,
small pockets of
yeah,
Cabo
yeah,
Verde
yeah,
fans,
yeah,
but the whole stadium, a sea of Argentina shirts.
It's very much just one of the wide stripes, isn't it? And we're seeing little pockets of the dark blue of Cabo Verde, but otherwise it is Argentina at the moment.
Most of them in the crowd are jumping up and down at the moment, and I kid you not, our commentary position is just moving a little bit. Just rocking a little. Real test for them now. What about the breaking of the defensive down?
I mean, for a couple of birds, they've just got to regroup. That was an unbelievable pass, a world-class pass. And the finish was actually very, very best. So you've got to put it in perspective. Now you're regroup, pull yourself together, refocus, and go again. That was that point. They've been good, they've been solid.
And the limited potential goal-scoring opportunities for Argentina.
Just goes to show you what you won, didn't he? Well, it just goes to show you what the level you need to be at to try and compete with a team like Argentina. And of course, take a ball and apply that to Messi.
Yeah, games like this, I might be marked. It's not just a physical the concentration has to be 100% every second of the game. Foul on Giovanni Cabral, free kick Cabo Verde.
It's just the unpredictability, because there's anyone a number of players who's Argentina that can play that kind of ball. In this occasion, he just centre half was under Martinez. He picks up a wonderful pass for one of the best players we've ever.
Argentina, quick touch on goal so far with Nicola half an hour play, and he's Lionel Messi's hands free.
Well, it's fascinating to watch him. It's not like he's that one focal point. It's the moving off the ball, playing into those little gaps, layoffs, one-touch football. And when he needs to, he takes an extra touch, and we see a finish like that. So he's thinking of that.
Wow. Just knows where to stand, and then before you know it, there, he's just dropped into space. He makes his
Every time we get the ball, it's a full cut. And this will be making himself available, just like you said. Just walks for a lot of parts of it. He's not doing anything else. He's playing on the ball. He's right passing. That was very simple. And other times, it's a lot of pass himself. Or
now for him with this appearance tonight. Messi feeding it wide. Now on Molina. Away from the ball. It's nice to get that kind of ready.
It's a lifestyle. It's a regular play. Start again. They're very, very good.
That's all this game is. Next respond.
Towards Scorer in World Finals, golden boot race being led by one ahead of Kylian Mbappe.
Ball again. It's something different every time you watch it. He's just so messy and finish just coolly calm and absolutely precise. Enormous pressure.
Messi has scored in his last 8 appearances at the World Cup finals. That's a record as well.
How old is he? How old is he? That's the way he's playing. I mean, he just looks phenomenal. He looks in phenomenal shape. He's moving off the ball. He's moving with the ball. His interaction with the team is exceptional.
In case you're wondering, Naomi is actually 39, turns 39 in this World Cup. Romero, pinpoint accuracy with that pass. Argentina settling into a rhythm here. Really doing their best to keep the game safe. It's easier said than done. Romero. And Cabasou is looking for the forward moving figure of Molina, who I think was more than aware that he was in an offside position.
He was expecting the pass. He played maybe a couple of touches before, and he was obviously out of position here. Ramirez was actually playing for the ball over, and by the time he gets to McAllister, he's in a long way in an offside position. Yeah, they can get their understanding wrong sometimes this side.
Morera into Laros Duarte. These people who's a few European adventures with the Shamrock Rovers, played a few big teams as well, matches against Milan and Chelsea along the way. I'm sure you can quite like this atmosphere though. Forward it goes from one replaced the other in games, but both on the field at the start for this one.
I think it's an amazing journey for this whole team, the whole nation. You know, every one of them we picture themselves as what an incredible journey they've had so far.
The Dutch contingent on a couple of colours to the mast. Son tonight. Just went out of play there off the boot of Molina. He actually played most of the game for Atletico Madrid, but he comes off the bench as much as he starts. So the chance now to really nail down that right back slot in the scoring here for this World Cup. Maxwell's will head to Atlanta for the round of 16. Tuesday, lunchtime American time. This is Atlanta Stadium, which will be, I'm sure, closed at midday. It's particularly hot there at the moment. Lovely pass that is. Nobody in the middle, Lopez Cabral. Attacking play here from Capo Verde, but the ball in front of him is easily cleared. Pico Lopez chases, fully committed.
That's a good opportunity there for Cabo Verde to get a decent cross on the box. Unfortunately, Derek Watson just overhits it.
So far, those fans from Argentina are a couple of claims to see.
The World Cup of football. So there is an enormous expectation, not only in this stadium, but I'm sure all over the world. And so far they're delivering. We just want to be a little bit more comfortable. They are well in control.
Into the 90th cap for Rodrigo de Paul tonight. Not a foul on by Roscoe. By Messi, working one off the toes of Lopez Cabral. Inside the final 5 minutes of the first half. Messi and the flag is up on the near side for offside.
Match 40 minutes, 40 minutes.
Wasn't for Angelo Fernandez. He wasn't to know, but unfortunately,
Great opportunity this World Cup. Left back for Argentina as well. Of Marseille. maybe 5 or 6 years ago. He really hasn't featured too much, but started the first 2 games here, and now back in for this one. Remember, most of the players were rested for last week. They're struggling to get anywhere near Remy Martinez, the Argentina.
Yeah, once again, never use possession. They just got back into shape. And there's an occasion there, just talk like you want to occupy space. And as Argentina are looking to come out, Romero can really close down the run of Giovanni Cabral. He then plays just in an area where he feels like we're preventing from playing that ball off. No space for him to find anyone. Just reads the situation really well. We've done it on a number of occasions in this first 45.
As a goalkeeper, when the ball is not near you at all, is it easy to just lose your concentration? Potentially?
No, I don't think so for a player like Remy Martinez because he's playing for Argentina. And they are like the sort of play. Most of the time they have a lot of possession, they dictate the pace of play, and he's used to coming on again.
For Lautaro Martinez and Rosinha, now stable to get the ball inside.
Yeah, he just knows key moments as goalkeeper, and these are the games where your team mostly in possession, you know maybe only one moment in a game when you have to do something. And you see that Lautaro Martinez just treads on his foot, and Messi could watch this all night, touches outside his left, and just the calmness and the execution of the finish is absolutely brilliant.
It's the moment of the game so far.
Yeah, all from Sandro Martinez, and then Messi's touch and finish. That is the moment so far, and it was brilliant to watch.
That's another record, the 8 successive. One of the last 15 matches of the World Cup finals when they scored first. That was the game 4 years ago against Saudi Arabia. It's something that doesn't happen terribly often, clearly.
And who would have guessed that would have actually that would have Saudi Arabia to broken that record on that run.
Try of Enzo Fernandez. It's the last minute of the opening 45. Enzo Fernandez. Messi. Romero. Time in possession here.
They like to slow it down. It's moving around, let the ball move, kind of drag plays up and slow down the position. We see Messi just walking the front of the pocket. 2 moments.
Just going into the minutes here at the end of the first half as it's towards Messi.
Yeah, chance in it. Martinez, that's how Martinez doesn't get it. Runs forward. The first player to react is Enzo Fernandez. And just doesn't quite get the strike away.
Troubled as well, he's played in Cyprus and Moldova. He's been the man in goal for a long time for this team. Played in all 4 of their appearances, tournament appearances at the Africa Cup of Nations, and tries to possibly quarter-finals in that run. Rodrigo de Paul, Molina, still waiting behind. Finish the first half in style and give themselves a little bit of a sure of that about Taro Martinez.
Messi trying to go for the ball. I think that's going to be a foul by Messi. यहाँ ये decision देने में मजा आ गया भाई. Sensing that pass, right place, right there in position.
Yeah, Messi loses the ball. You see everyone. Sorry, Martinez sprinting back. Everyone
बता के करने से बोला कि
as quickly as
Messi ने foul
possible.
कर दिया हमें.
In this case, and gives the free kick away. Enzo Fernandez just slightly underneath, doesn't quite get that angle right, and so they're out on the ball.
See, मैं टेंशन नहीं लो. अर्जेंटीना बस उतरने वाले गेम में मसाला करेगी maybe otherwise
This is
अर्जेंटीना
Nico Lopez.
पांच और पीछे दो से easily जीतेगी.
Cabo Verde with an extraordinary run recently. They've only lost one of the last 18 matches they've played. They've drawn quite a few of them, 8 wins in that time. That's since November of 2024.
पीछे बनाएगा बीच में.
They lost in March when they played Chile.
Changes to expect. Egypt वाला game.
4 goals sitting. The only defeat they've had.
प्रदेश खेल सकता है प्रोबली. भाई टैकल भाई मदीना यार ना गाइस. अब क्वेश्चन पूछे थे ना लोग यार कि क्यों तकलीफी को नहीं खेल रहा है. भाई look at Medina भाई. He has been solid यार वहाँ पे. Maybe attack में he won't contribute a lot, but defensively you cannot ask him any question bro. He has been solid यार. Rock. बढ़िया भाई. Good movement. Got to give him his flowers right. बस हाफ टाइम खत्म हो रहा है भाइयों. यहाँ पे 1 मिनट और बच रहा है. प्ले को स्लो करते हुए अर्जेंटीना नेसेसरली. अक्सर ऐसा होता है. टाइम को रन आउट करते हैं यहाँ पे. मेसी डीप आ जाते हैं. नॉकिंग द बॉल अराउंड. कुटी रोमेरो. भाई साहब स्टेडियम लाउड है भाई मेरे यार. ये वन ऑफ द बेस्ट फैंस इन द वर्ल्ड भाइयों. अर्जेंटीना फैंस शिट क्रेजी. Lautaro, McAllister, passing the time, लाइन ब्रेक करेंगे फिर से. बैक गया पीछे. लीचा. हुलिन सेकंड हाफ. यस. निको पास सेकंड हाफ. निको गोंजालेस सेकंड हाफ. प्रोबेबली जिवानी लो सेल्सो या मे बी उनमें से नहीं. परदेश प्रोबेबली फॉर मैकैलिस्टर. बढ़िया भाई. टाइम प्रॉपरली रन किया यहाँ पे. हाफ टाइम हो गया भाइयों. आई थिंक कोई मेसी से कुछ कह रहा है बंदा यहाँ पे. ठीक है भाइयों. The ball should have passed to Messi right there. It was sure shot banger. हाँ सिद्धार्थ भाई ठीक है. वही बात आती है.
Argentina 1, Cabo Verde 0.
By broadcast sponsors Z5 and United Sports. Coverage of FIFA World Cup 2026. Co-presented by Mahindra SUVs, Johnny Walker Lux Splendid Water, and associate sponsor Motorcorp.
Another dance?
Artia to life. The SUV. Hard rocks.
ഞാൻ അയച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. ആ മാച്ച് അയച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഫസ്റ്റ് ഗോൾ 80 മിനിറ്റ്സ് ISL ഓപ്പൺ ആണ്.
Stay with the moment and the moment stays with you. Say with pause, Black Dog Soda.
से, प्रोटीन से लेते हैं ब्रेक।
वो जीना भी क्या जीना जो एक्सट्रीम ना हो।
हीरो एक्सट्रीम, लिव एक्सट्रीम।
Stay with the moment and the moment stays with you. Savor the pause. Black Dog Soda.
Brought to you by the broadcast sponsors Z5 and United Sports. Coverage of FIFA World Cup 2026. Co-presented by Mahindra SUVs, Johnny Walker Lux Splendid Water, and associate sponsor Motorcorp.
Welcome back to Z5 and United Sport, where once again we have just witnessed Messi magic in Miami. This is the goal that separates the both sides at half-time. Messi with 7 goals so far in this World Cup, from 11 shots on target, might I just add, and he produces and delivers once again at this World Cup. It's just been a delight to watch him, and I said earlier this is running out. But again, Ash, how much did you enjoy that?
Just incredible. I mean,
ഇതിനേക്കാളും
shot and swung behind. And he's done the defender. I wouldn't say he's went for pace, but he's definitely a sharp, there's no loud movement. Defender gets caught flat footed square, and of course when you're playing against world-class players, they can drop the ball on a sixpence, and that's what they do. So they're managed to find, from being a good run from Messi, of course it's only good if you have the ability to find him. And then of course he does the rest, he makes it look easy. That's an incredible hard skill to do, but his composure, his calmness, obviously he's done it a million times, so he knows exactly what he's doing. It doesn't even surprise him. He certainly doesn't surprise himself. It just makes it look so easy, and that's the world-class player. It's incredible. We've seen players try it and miscontrol it, or have the finish, and the way he finished it was so calm, because he just knew what was happening. It's second nature.
We see it time and time again. He's the first player, by the way, in World Cup history to score 7 or more goals in 2 different World Cups. Of course, Qatar 22 and now 2026, and I know the stats will just be endless. There'll be lists of them.
When does it stop though? When does it actually stop? I mean, the way he's playing at this person, I know it's against a low-ranking side, but it's just magical, isn't it? And the ball, I mean, we'll probably see it. But there's no space there, is there? It's got to be something, that movement, that drop of the shoulder. Look at that, that must be what? It's got the, what, 6, 12, it's about but there's not a lot of space. There's only about 7-yard space to get that ball into. The right foot. You put it on the outside of his left foot. There you go, look at that. I mean, he's brought it on the outside of his left foot, and he's put it in with his left foot and all. A lot of players would have been with the right foot actually there. It just strokes there. I mean, he's in control of the ball, and that's obviously the secret. And sometimes players are controlled by the ball, because they're running after the touch, but it's not as good. But when you watch that back, you watch it back. He starts running offside position, the defender starts running back. He gets his time perfectly, he knows his time on the ball, and he shoots the pass. And the rest is history, that's why he's top of the golden boot.
Gents, it makes the race for the golden boot as exciting as ever, because as you can see, he tops the charts with 7. Kylian Mbappe is hot on his heels with an Erling Haaland in the conversation. So too is Harry Kane, so too is Dembele. Whatever gets to the end of this World Cup, that is the exciting conversation I know all football fans are having right now. But as for Messi himself, he's breaking records, creating records, he's doing absolutely everything, and this guy is just incredible to watch. And Argentina, as a team, have been really, really good as well, haven't they?
Oh yeah, they're absolutely spectacular. We started off a little bit slow, and in little parts, we just probably won. That movement, and that's what we're on about. That is instinct, the movement, the ball down the side, again another ball over the top, getting caught. This is where like Ashley said, because and maybe that's the way Argentina are going to go a bit short, they're going to go a little bit long. Because he gets on the time, keeper throws his cap on it. And can't really expect too much more from this game. And you get the feeling that Argentina, they're not disrespecting, obviously, Cabo Verde. They're toying with them a little bit. You know, they can pick it up again whenever they want. You know, they've certainly before Messi controls the tempo, he does what he wants, and they're easing the way to it. And when you look at the stats, you can see it. You know, look at Messi's stats there. 25 kilometres it's not a sprint. Of course, you need distance. People have to understand that. You only hit top speed once you run over 30 metres, so he doesn't run over 30 metres, which is why his speed is down. So you think, oh, that's not the quick. What will be key in that is the acceleration. So his 0 to 60 would have been fast because he's still sharp. But because he's that sharp, you don't see him running over 30, 40 metres to hit his top speeds, whereas Ryan Mendes at 32, he would have had to run at full speed over at least 25 metres to get that. So that's what's interesting. You might think, oh, it's coasting, but it's not. It's the distances he runs. But you only have to run over 4 yards at maximum speed, and you'll get away from someone, and that's what he does, like, for fun.
It's really interesting to see actually those two players head-to-head stats at half-time. Interesting indeed. And here's the overall stats for both of the teams at half-time. Argentina leading in terms of possession, attempts at goal. We haven't had an attempt on target from Cabo Verde, as you've just seen. But what I have actually thought, and I'm sure you have as well watching, is Cabo Verde done all right in that first half. I felt like they really gave it a go.
So we said that they would have said before the game started, let's try and keep a clean sheet for at least 20 minutes. And you get over that 20 minutes, you feel like you've got a bit of a chance, and it only takes a second to score a goal. I know, have they had really big chances? No, they haven't, but they've done themselves a little bit of justice out there. Let's be honest, they really have. They've had a goal.
Yeah, they have.
They haven't gone long all the time. They've tried to play through the thirds.
They've got some good players, haven't they? They have got some good players. I must say though, Vizina, bit brave at times, isn't he?
By the way, he's playing out, stick him up front. You know what I mean?
No,
They're players that go around the middle of the box. You might as well stick him in the hole and see what he can do there. But he's all of a sudden got loads of confidence, so it's that happens. No, let's not get carried away. It's his moment. He's got to enjoy himself as well. And it's nice to see him enjoy himself and taking some risks because he's only here once. He's not going to be here again. And he won to do it against Argentina.
So how quickly will we see the goals in the second half, I wonder? The fans in Miami will be hoping so. Fans everywhere you look, hoping to see a really exciting second 45 minutes in Miami. Currently, it is Argentina that lead by 0-0, and those fans were treated to another moment of magic from Lionel Messi. But what will we see from Cabo Verde in the second half? We'll find out after this.
ഇപ്പോൾ സമയം 4:30.
Another dance.
After you, to life, the SUV, Car Rocks.
Signature package drinking water.
Kansas में मेसी के आगमन हो चुका है. Messi is the GOAT. Actually, you know what, guys? I don't think I'm the right person for this. I think somebody else could do it far better than me.
फीफा विश्व कप के इतिहास में पहली बार एक हिंदी फीमेल एंकर की हो रही है तलाश। अगर आपके हैं फुटबॉल के लिए पैशन और हिंदी में एंकरिंग करने का हुनर, तो हम आप ही को ढूंढ रहे हैं। अपना ऑडिशन वीडियो और स्टोरी हमें भेजें और हिंदी कमेंटेटर हंटर c5.com और पाइए मौका एंकर करने का फीफा वर्ल्ड कप 2026 C5 पर।
His heels. The Golden Boot race is now a generational showdown. Pura India watchega. Race for the Golden Boot. Live exclusive on Z5. Download the Z5 app now.
Oh, Messi could have done it better. So there it is.
Greatness begins here. Pura India Watchega, live and exclusive on Z5. Download the Z5 app now.
वर्ल्ड कप में 16 टीम्स हैं, लेकिन असली कंफ्यूजन सिर्फ कमाल 4 वाले ही बता सकते हैं। वहाँ सब धोने के पीछे, यहाँ सब कमाल के पीछे। तैयार हो जाइए फीफा वर्ल्ड कप के राउंड ऑफ 16 के लिए, जो शुरू हो रहा है 4 जुलाई रात 10:30 बजे से ZEE5 ऐप पर लाइव एंड एक्सक्लूसिव। अब देखिए कौन फॉर अपने नजदीकी सिनेमाज में 10 जुलाई से।
The hosts want to keep the dream at home. The visitors want another giant fall. One books a date with the last 8. One books the flight home. The round of 16 is here. We'll survive the knockouts. Canada versus Morocco. Live and exclusive on Z5. Download the Z5 app now.
Second half order. സെക്കൻഡ് ഹാഫ് തുടങ്ങാറ് ഇപ്പം തന്നെ തുടങ്ങി. സമയം ഇപ്പം 4:34 AM.
That's the trophy there. Hoping to lift again for the second time in a row, for what will be the fourth time in total. Well, it's Messi back in Miami. Of course he scored. You'd expect nothing less. And Argentina with a 1-goal lead against Cabo Verde, who have yet to reach a point where they're able to trouble Emiliano Martinez in Argentina's goal at the other end of the field.
Yeah, I mean, they've been really, really comfortable defensively, Argentina at this point. Cabo Verde have made some entries in there in the outbox, but nothing really meaningful kind of effort on goal. But they've got to be careful, Argentina. They know 1-0, precarious, they've got to be on it.
We're ready to go at the start of the second half. And the countdown is on. No changes, by the way, being made by either head coach at the interval. Well, if it stays like this, Argentina will go through to the round of 16 and we'll have a trip to Atlanta for a match on Tuesday lunchtime. Forward off the boot of Enzo Fernandez, collected by Almada. Here's the Sandro Martinez. And other than Emi Martinez, the goalkeeper, and Lautaro Martinez of Inter up front, everybody else had a rest in the final group match. The 3-1 victory over Jordan. Just gave them a little bit of a breather here in this hot and heat affected World Cup. Will of course be Egypt, who lie in wait in Atlanta after their victory over Australia on penalties earlier today. Romero. Argentina finalists in 2 of the last 3 World Cups. looking pretty handy this time round as well. France have perhaps caught the eye more than anybody else, but Argentina couldn't be that far behind.
As you know what you've got from Argentina, you've got a man in Lionel Messi who is in incredible form once again. A team that's well organised, well drilled, hustles, incredible amount of experience. You've got this flash, or certainly is appeals the eye of what we've seen so far from France in this tournament, but there's a long way to go.
Yeah, absolutely straightforward in the group stage for Argentina. 3-0 winners over Algeria and Kansas City, 2-0 over Austria and Dallas, then back to Kansas City for the game against Jordan. 3-1 winners in that one with their second string. Apart from 2. Mendes back into Pino. Lopez Cabral forward to It's a good pass if Malera can get there and keep the ball in play, and indeed he can. Guerrero sending it in, trying to bring Nuno Costa into play. Like the ball scoring opportunity so far.
He's been off and up there by himself. This occasion is a difficult ball in the box for him. Just can't quite get it under control. There's a lot of Argentinians running around him.
Sidney Lopez Cabral, who wins the ball in the first half. A little bit of early second half pressure from the Islanders in the Atlantic.
I believe that the crowd here and communicating with this Argentinian defence. They've scored some goals in this tournament against the Uruguay that probably most people thought they had no chance against. They did very, very well.
First corner of the match, and here it comes. It's a lay off the head of Sandro Martinez. And no save required. Blasted in by Cabral.
Yeah,
A bit of deflection maybe on the way.
Yeah, off the ball. The ball's one was quick out to him. Didn't get a touch off him. The referee was right on the spot.
Some achievement they carried over to make it to the knockout stages in their first World Cup. They were ranked 63 when the tournament began. The lowest ranked team to reach the knockout stages in their debut since 1992. Since by Lautaro Martinez, an opportunistic effort coming in from Ryan Mendes.
Yeah, it was a very hopeful kind of attempt on goal. Coming together there.
Yeah, it was a heavy fall. It was a cash ahead. Analytic landing the ball in the run there for Giovanni Cabral. Fouled by Lautaro Martinez. Cabral seems to be okay. Another fighting out against Spain in the opening match, and we haven't seen him since until today, but fit enough to take his place in the starting 11 tonight. Looking for Da Costa. Romero. Fernandez. Argentina won 3-2 matches so far at the World Cup. All three of the group games, as did Mexico and France. They should build up here, and Martinez just shows a little too much of that to Kevin Pina. Here's Duarte. Leroy. Sidney Lopez comes around on the far side. Twice here against Uruguay. Only 2 goals they managed in the group stage, 2 goals draws with Spain and with Saudi Arabia. Can they find a goal in this one?
There's also a bit more stretch. Space. Opportunities for running behind, running through. Defence is real wide. And this game is slightly different. Obviously playing against a far better team in Argentina, far more organised. And they do have to defend compactly as well.
Messi 3-1 though. Picks his spot. Here's the run. Just.
I think Cabo have got a lot to try and push further forward. Messi's right back on the halfway line. Got 5 players in midfield, just marking space. There's a bit more of containment kind of mentality still at the moment. There's going to be a point in this game where Cabo have to start to try and go at Argentina a bit more, take more risks.
Not an easy thing to do, is it, against an opponent who you know can punish you in an instant. Lula Costa makes the run, and Lisandro Martinez read that and was swiftly across. Saved by Martinez, low to his left.
Yeah, that's really well. That's Martinez because it takes a deflection, goes through a crowd of players. Anyone could have even deflected even further than reach the goalkeeper. I think Martinez just works it all the way. It's really good goalkeeping, it's really good hands.
That's just the sort of instant that could change the game.
It is, and these are the moments we talked about in the first half where Martinez has had nothing to do in this game. And that's the moment he needed. He switched on ready to make the save. He does that time and time again for Argentina.
First attempt on target in the match. He had 7 on target in the 3 matches combined in the group stage. As you say, Mark, just a deflection on the lane. But that pass Argentina's goalkeeper remains 1-0. Lionel Messi with the goal in the 29th minute. Almada. Made by Molina ahead of De Paul. Brings McAllister into the play. Messi with a touch. Rodrigo De Paul trying to tiptoe his way through most of Cabo Verde's defence. Into Fernandez. And still De Paul. Messi doesn't need much to manoeuvre. Cabo Verde survive. You might want to get rid of that. People who was closing in on it.
Well, he's got for a split second. He's going to try and do a dummy on Messi. That will be something to say. And very brave.
I got the crowd talking, that's for sure. Here's Christian Ronaldo now. 10 minutes into the second half. Martinez. Clear, lifted by Kevin Pina, who plays for Krasnodar in Russia. Keeps it away from De Paul. This is Cabral. Lopez Cabral. Michael Lopez. Morera. Play on, allowing them to continues to flow. Pina, score of their first ever World Cup goal.
To score a lot.
It's a little breakdown in communication there between people that they can do with this
He's asking a little bit too much, a little bit
You can see there, there was a moment you felt that he might try Cruyff turn by Lionel Messi. But elected not to. And Remy Martinez watches the shot all the way. The crowd of players slides the touches.
पेनल्टी मिल जाए पेनल्टीज तक जाए नहीं रोनाल्डो ने कहा था कि वाज मैनिफेस्टिंग इन पेनल्टी आज के मैच में आज मैं तो मैनिफेस्ट नहीं कर रहा हूं कोई पेनल्टीज की तरफ भी अगर वो नहीं है तो भाई अपने साइड है बस और कुछ नहीं भाई तो भी फीफा विल डू जस्टिस विद अस चलो यार भाई हमारे गोल और है यार एक और है मिस अबे फाउल में ये लोग
Abruptly halted there by Cristiano. Signs of attacking life from Cabo Verde early in the opening 12 minutes or so of this first half.
Yeah, he has to be very careful, Cristiano Romero. That's twice now he's done it at the beginning. Referee, you would think.
And Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president there, sitting alongside Claudio Tapia, the president of the Argentinian Football Association. Down and Argentina tidy up competently and confidently, and Messi's touch for once doesn't find a teammate. Connected in midfield, Laros Duarte initially, Pina forward into Da Costa. Here now is Steven Moreira. See a bit more of the ball in Argentina's half of the field than in the first half.
Yeah, certainly more positive on the front foot. We're going to try and make inroads in this Argentine defence. So the Argentina are very, very good at breaking up play, slowing the game down to their tempo.
Laros Duarte, Zlatan breaking it up. Again, Argentina not keeping hold of the ball. Moreira. This is Mendes. Infield he goes, that's the equaliser. A sensation in Miami at the World Cup. Leroy Duarte. To say it's a shot for most of the people inside the stadium would be an understatement.
Oh, an excellent movement from Cabo Verde down his right-hand side. Ryan Mendes' ball in between the legs of the Argentinian player, and the finish smashes it in the goal from an acute angle. Eddie Martinez didn't have time to react. Cabo Verde are alive and back in this game.
The Cinderella story goes on here at
It's
this
open now,
World Cup.
yeah.
And here
Cape
is
Verde.
the moment where the world champions will head back.
What a finish, right Mendes. Just perfect time pass. Really good touch from Leroy Duarte, and he picks his spot. Yes, he gets fortunate between the legs of Lisandro Martinez. And Andy Martinez has no time to react. That is a brilliant goal from Cabo Verde. They cannot believe their luck.
വേൾഡ് കപ്പ് കുടിക്കാൻ വന്നേക്കണം ചോര ചോര കുടിക്കാൻ
At this moment in time,
പോയി വിദ്യ അർജന്റീന പോവുക
Messi's moment of magic
പുറത്തേക്കാവും
cancelled out.
ഉറപ്പാ ഡിബുവിനെ കാണുന്നില്ല ഡിബു മാർട്ടിനസ് പോയി
With half an hour to go, our sensationally level against
എനിക്ക്
the
കോൺഫിഡൻസ്
world
കിട്ടുന്നില്ല
champions.
മെസ്സിക്ക് മാത്രമേ ഉള്ളൂ പോയി ചാത്തന്മാരെല്ലാം തെണ്ടികൾ
Another day that Leroy Duarte will forget in a hurry, whatever happens now. And another moment for Cabo Verde.
Much better play from Cabo Verde in general, like more positive, more direct play, picking out their pass, being more precise, taking more care in possession. Pays off massively for them.
Also, it's not a bad time to score your first ever international goal. There's a time and a place. I think he would struggle to better that goal and that time a minute or two ago. Here comes Lionel Messi. Halted. And it's just lashed clear.
ശരി, ഓക്കെ, ബൈ.